What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So in this video, I want to talk about why do narcissists pick on you? And this could be like in your personal relationship with your partner you live at home with family members, people in the workplace, people in your neighborhood. Narcissists, they all act the same way when it comes to having this power and control. And when they see that they can't control you, when you're not willing to follow the crowd that goes behind them, they have a problem with you and they're going to point you out like if you're the bad person. You're someone who needs to be, isolated. You're someone who needs to be neglected or punished in some type of way. And, you know, that's the furthest thing from the truth when dealing with a narcissist. But people have to start finding things out for themselves and stop going on certain narratives that if you pay attention to this person's, if you pay attention to the way they sit, you know, look at the expression on their face. Their resting face is just always angry. They have a very dark and evil energy about them. Just have to be careful with people who look that way. Look into their eyes. If their eyes look like this, if their hair look like this, just stupid stuff that they love to point out, for the pettiness. It's just like you can't go on it. You have to be a deep thinker to really understand how narcissism go, and you also have to develop this mental toughness, because if you don't, you'll be sucked into believe anything that people present to you. But the reason why you're picked on, is because you choose not to believe the hype. It's like, I'm not gonna follow the crowd. I'm gonna travel the narrow road. It's more peaceful that way. You can think clearly. You know, you can communicate better with God when you travel the narrow road. When you don't, you have all these other voices around you trying to get inside your mind, and you don't know which one to go with. When you don't think for yourself, you'll believe pretty much anything. That's why you have to give certain things the benefit of the doubt. You can't just go by the first thing, that you hear, rumors and stuff like that. Find people out for yourself. Stop allowing people to tell you who someone is. People pick on you because they have a constant need for power and control. They need that top position. It's all about being superior to others. If they could, divide and conquer, they keep that power. They stay at the top. You got to look at it as a game. They're playing mind games with you. They need you to constantly believe them. That's why they point out false narratives about other people. Because if they're not maintaining that top position, then they lose. And when it comes to, narcissists, what do you think their top goal is as far as winning? What are they going for? What's the goal? There is no goal. They don't even have a purpose. They just need people. They need bodies. They need brains. They need your spirit. They want to completely take over you. And once they completely just suck all of energy and life out of you, then there's nothing left of you. You've given it all away. You can't even think for yourself. You can't even exercise your own, thoughts and values and ways of living without reporting to them first to get their opinion on it. Who wants to live like that? God gave us free will. No man has the right to have that much power over another human. No man. But you can't blame the narc. You can only look at yourself and say, why did I allow myself to be used in that way? Well, you can blame the narc because they have evil intentions. And God bless foods. But when it comes to the a point to where you're deciding to stay in this position because it's comfortable and you're afraid, again, you got to have that mental toughness. You got to be strong and say, look, I could be by myself. I don't have to be around a crowd. That's when the narcissist will see that they can't continue to bully you. You know, they can't put their hands on you. They can do all things, you know, their strength come from evil. And there's power in numbers with those who stand behind them. But those people who are behind them are just as afraid as of them. You know, because if they wasn't afraid of them, they would think for themselves. They would do their own thing. A lot of those people that stand behind the smear campaign, they don't really want to be that way, but they're weak-minded. They don't know how to think for themselves because the narc has sucked all of the brain energy away from them. All of the free will is taking it away from them. Narcissists operate through evil intent. So you can't level with them. You can't get on their level. You know, you can't battle with them. You have to be careful when you go up against a narcissist because they don't fight fair. They fight to destroy you. First of all, they figure that you don't have the right to come up against them even when you're defending yourself. So they're going to try to destroy you either way. You know, so it's just like when it comes to the bullying and them picking on you and everything, just be still. Just chill and be still and let things play out the way it's going to play out. Because sooner or later, you know, if a person really want to know the truth of what's going on, they're going to find out. And they're going to see that you're not the problem. It's the narcissist who's presenting you to be the problem, even though you haven't done anything to show them this side of you. I done got to the point where I don't even care what people think about me or none of that. Because I always go by something that my mother told me a long time ago. You got to find people out for yourself. And she didn't tell me that for no reason at all. She told me that based on her experience. And now I see why. I know why she said that. You have to. Because if you don't, you're going to believe pretty much anything that people put in your ear. And that's not fair to people. You know, you'll end up a part of the smear campaign that can really hurt someone. You know, something that can really hurt them in a way dealing with their livelihood. And you have to go before God at the end of the day. You know, you have to go before God and answer to that. The narcissist is not going to be by your side when you have to answer to your behavior, the way you treated other people. So you have to be strong and decide that I'm going to think for myself. And hey, if you choose to, you know, not deal with me anymore, we're good. Because you have to know who you are for yourself and understand that, you know, I don't have to be who you expect me to be, and I won't. I don't have to be a part of your crew. I don't need to be in the crowd. I can be by myself. I can travel a narrow road. You know, you can listen better that way when you travel the narrow road. When you're in the midst of you know, just a lot of activity going on, you can't even focus, you know, your brain to listen for you know, what you really need to hear. You can only pay attention to all the yapping going on around you. And it's like it's trying to train your brain to just go along with everything else that's going on around you. You can be the one who decide I'm gonna go in a different direction. I don't want to follow y'all, and you know, just because that's where the crowd is, so there must be something good going on in that direction. That's not necessarily true. You know, it's just like we have to learn to think for ourselves. I mean, that's just period. You have to think for yourself. You can't allow people to think for you. Because when you do that, you'll find yourself in a situation that can really bring harm to other people. And narcissists, they just have that thing about them to where if they feel threatened about who you are as a person, you'll start to see it. You'll start to see it in their ways, the way they treat you, the way they communicate with other people. They try to get people to go against you because you're not willing to sit amongst them, you know, and sometimes it comes from jealousy. They're jealous of you. They're intimidated by the fact that you're not afraid to defend yourself against them, but at the same time, you're not going to pick a fight with them, even though You notice all the negative things about them. You notice all these bad things about them, but you got to let people find the narcissist out for themselves. You just have to, because it's not really going to make a difference if you warn people about the narc. That's why they bully you. Because you don't choose to, be taken up under their wings. You're going to do your own thing and go in your own direction. You have your own mind, your own thoughts, and your own free will. And you're going to exercise that as much as you want to. And they don't like that. It always have to be togetherness. They need your energy. They need your energy at all times. Just like I told y'all, when the narc, like when I went like no contact, and it was the second year of going no contact, and she loves to celebrate her own birthday at work. She brought all these, party goods, birthday cake, balloons, all this type of stuff for her own birthday. So I stayed in the back and did some work. I chose not to be around none of that. I didn't want none of it. They offered me things and I declined it. She could not enjoy her own birthday with 10, 15, 20 people around her because one person decided to decline the invite and stay away. She couldn't even enjoy it. They need your energy at all times. If you don't give them your energy, if you don't give them a part of you, if you don't allow them to just take total control of you and your thoughts, they bully you. You're an easy target for that. In their mind, you're an easy target. They bully and they pick on you. They want other people to see you as a threat, as a bad person, as someone who posed harm to them, when the whole while they are sitting amongst the enemy and they don't even know it. They follow their lead all the time. It's like they don't have a mind of their own. And a person who chooses to go the opposite direction, the narcissist will punish them. But they're picking on you and bullying you because you never went that direction in the first place. So that's the end of this video. Leave your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.